guys, what's up? Today I'll be talking about the documentary of Necessary Evil, Supervillains of DC Comics. Let me just fast forward a little story, a little bit, real quick. The only weakness I felt like in this documentary movie, is that I wish they added the special features that were shown on YouTube as the extras, the necessary extras, like as as people that was being interviewed for this documentary was talking about certain types of villains and what they meant by them. But you do have some of it. I mean, you do have that part in this documentary, but not what you see in Necessary Evil. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the Necessary Evil extra bits on YouTube. They should have add all that in here. But it's cool. Besides this, very well done documentary. It's not only about talking about comic book villains or what certain villains means to these people that was being interviewed for this documentary, but it also breaks down the evil genre. Like horror movies, you got supernatural horror, you got slasher horror, creature horror, you got stuff like that. But you got like, and Necessary Evil similar to that is like they break down evil. You got creature evil, mastermind evil, mad scientist evil, like or like all these types of evil, psychological evil. It's so hard to explain. You just have to see this documentary to find out. And you have people like writers, artists, actors, producers, people that does like the DC animated shorts. You even got Ed Boon, one of the creators of the Mortal Kombat video games. And even CM Punk makes a guest appearance in this movie too. And like I said, actors like Michael Shannon, who played Zod from the Man of Steel movie, for example. We're talking about villains, like certain villains they portrayed, or what villains meant something to them in the comic book world. What evil is, what a villain is, necessary. Not only in comic books, but what a villain is in general. You know what I'm saying? What evil is in general. Necessary evil lives up to the tag title, and and there's some memorable parts to it. Like, for example, they talk about how Sinestro brings fear, and how the fear corp, the yellow Green Lanterns, come to Earth ready to invade. And they mention a story how Hal Jordan tries to tell his brother, he wants to pretty much go and hide pretty much. But then people in the Green Lantern city that he protects, like, they all lit their windows green, and they give Green Lantern hope, like show him that we still believe in you to stand up to Sinestro and his evil Yellow Lantern Corps, pretty much. So I thought that was kind of epic. Like something I didn't even know about. There's so many things in the DC universe, people, that you gotta understand. It's like they truly do have the largest villain gallery in the worlds of comic books. And if Marvel's watching this, I mean, I wish Marvel do a Marvel version of this. I'd love to see something with Marvel villains, like in a Blu-ray documentary format like this. Again, in one of the parts of the documentary, they mentioned there are so many, like I said, like I just mentioned, which is common sense anyways. Like, there's so many villains in the DC universe is that you cannot name all of them. They are much more than what is mentioned in this documentary. But like I said, it's a huge gallery, so they only pick like the top villains people know mostly about. And there are some B villains they do talk about. I like how they showcased it. They took some images from the movie version, some from the cartoon version, some from the video game version, and some comic book image version of the villains and heroes too, to showcase this documentary. Of course, this documentary is also narrated by Christopher Lee. He did a great job, by the way, which I'm not surprised. Of course, he played like a lot of villain roles in his movie career, especially well known for the Hammer Dracula, which he does a great villain role as the Dracula character itself, without a doubt. But I really do like this documentary, how they break down evil, man. Like how they say why the villains are very important in the world of comic books, or it's just the entertainment industry in general. You know what I'm saying? And I like the breakdown of it. As the movie begins, it kind of tells stretch up about evil. It tells you about the villain characters right away. It just stretches out like this is why evil's important in comic books, or villains are important to a hero. What makes a hero is really his villains, because the hero have to step up to stop a villain, or like where the hero don a costume, or a hero in general, the hero becomes a hero because he he wants to stop something, or do a hero wants to become a hero to stop a bigger evil? Or you're a hero for what reason? For one reason, or just one reason to stop evil in general, pretty much. And it talks, and I like how, like I said, I like the breakdown of this. It's like pretty much the breakdown of the villains, of the category of evil in general. All in all, like I said, I don't want to spoil too much from this documentary because I want you to enjoy this for your own viewing pleasure, But Necessary Evil, supervillains of the DC Comics, definitely well done documentary. I do want special features for it. Maybe they might re-release this again with the YouTube version of the extras on it one day. Um, Blu-ray quality was great, by the way. Let me just say that it was definitely worth my money. Um, Definitely well done, by the way. Hopefully maybe Marvel will follow suit and do the same thing too. Peace, guys. See you later.